make a voice note again. I have to respond to his every rhetoric. Tak letih kawan tua ni. So now the latest, Tun M blast PMX government calling it a dictatorship. Okay, kenapa? Where is this coming from? This orang tua, dia decided dia nak buat apa ni, perhimpunan Melayu konon. Konon Melayu punya interest tak ditumpukan oleh government ni, because government ni tolong semua bangsa, address semua orang. Negara ni kata negara Malaysia. Anwar kata this country Malaysia belongs to everyone. Walaupun dia kata dia pertahan hak orang Melayu dan institusi raja-raja, that is not good enough for Mahathir, because now this government is now helping also the non-Malays. Bangsa-bangsa lain, Sabah, Sarawak, semua pun dia tolong. This somehow is not okay with this old man. I do not know what his sickness is, apa masalah dia. So now dia nak buat yang tu. Tapi dia nak buat yang tu, firstly impiana cancel for whatever reason. Samdabi lepas tu dia pergi kat Samdabi pun cancel. Now when this is cancelled, he start reminiscing of what he used to do when he was PM dulu. Okay, dia dulu PM dulu, dia draconian. Kalau orang nak buat macam tu, he would have used his power. He would pick up the phone, he would probably tell Samdabi ke Impiana ke, please, you know what's good for you, tak payah bagi allow semua benda macam ni. Orang akan takut kat Mahathir, people will cancel. These are the kind of things during Mahathir punya administration that happens. Tapi bila Anwar kata dia tak interfere, dia buat kerja dia saja, dia make instructions pada MACC, pada polis, pada immigration, pada DBKL, go after corruption, tak kira besar, big fish or small fish, tak kisah opposition ke, belah sini ke, belah sana ke, belah government ke, go without fear or favour, combat corruption, guna kuasa to go after the snakes in the country, and you protect the rakyat. Dulu apa? Dulu you go after the rakyat yang report, and you use the laws to protect the corrupt, to enrich the corrupt. Enough, Anwar Ibrahim kata, now I will use the power. Allah bagi dia power to be Prime Minister. And what did he do now? He wants to use that. He wants to vindicate the power yang Allah bagi pada dia. He wants to do right every second, every day that he is Prime Minister. Kalau Allah tentukan esok kerajaan terbuat tak masuk and dia tak PM, doesn't matter. At least he rests on his conscience that he did everything to the last day of his rule, and he make sure that he uses his power yang Allah bagi pada dia to buat benda yang betul, bukan buat benda yang salah. Kalau Allah nak benda tu berhenti because Allah rasa Malaysia tak deserve, Allah will remove him. Esok kita ada new kerajaan ataupun we go for election, the government will be dissolved. Anwar leaves this to Allah. Dia akan buat benda betul, bukan pasal dia takut tak jadi Prime Minister. Dia akan pander and cave in to the corruption. He will take on Tun Mahathir kalau perlu pun. So sekarang ni apa dia dah kata? Dia punya charter, we are going after corruption. There is no two ways about it. We will not pander to anybody, tak kisah dia Tun ke Tan Sri ke. And that is the terms that Allah dictate, that Anwar dictate. Anwar dictated that term, and that term is agreed by UMNO, by GPS, by all those parties that form the coalition. That is the dictation of the Kerajaan Perpaduan. Therefore, that is what Anwar dictated to all the agencies. Go after corruption without fear or favour. You protect the public or the whistleblowers. You go after those yang sakau duit kita, squander berbilion-bilion, and those who try to avoid tax. Rakyat biasa akan kena tax. Yang sakau berbilion-bilion, takkan dia pelari tax. So those are the terms Allah dictate. Jadi kalau Mahathir kata Mahathir kata Anwar is dictator, this is what I recommend PMX respond. PMX kata, yes, I'm a dictator. I dictate that this country fight corruption. That's what I dictate as Prime Minister. I dictate that we fight corruption using the law, using the powers vested in the Prime Minister, using the powers vested in the agencies, and using the power vested in kita punya judicial system. We will do everything by the law without fear or favour. The opposition will not be victimised if they are innocent. The government punya people will not be protected if they are corrupted. That is also dictation. That is also dictator. Anwar will be a dictator for the right cause, and I am proud to have a dictator Prime Minister to dictate what is right and what is against corruption. And that's the kind of dictator Prime Minister we want. Not a Prime Minister yang lembek, nak go on democracy. And therefore, kalau semua orang kata lepaskan orang yang corrupted, pasal kita sayang abahku, malu apa bosku, so therefore kita came in. I don't want that kind of Prime Minister yang lembek. I want the Prime Minister to be a dictator but dictate the right things. Rasulullah, was he not a dictator juga? Was he not also someone for democracy? Dia ada syura kan, dia discuss. Tapi certain things, dia sebagai pemimpin, dia accountable to Allah, dia dictate, dia ikut. Pasal itu ketentuan Allah. Fairness, you dictate. You tak boleh kata demokrasi. Demokrasi kata, okay, majority kata tak payah fair lah. No need to be fair. So, ikut. PM patut ikut. No. 2 is 2 is 4. 2 is 2 is not 5. 2 plus 2 is not 5. 2 plus 2 is not 6. 2 plus 2 is not 3. 2 plus 2 is 4. That is the law. That is the dictation. Bukan majority kata 2 plus 2 is 5. Okay lah, is 5. Majority kata 2 plus 2 is 8. Okay lah, is 8. Nonsense. 2 plus 2 is 4. So some things are clear. You steal, you pay for it. You pay, you suffer the wrath of law. You commit a crime, there are laws that will be implemented. So therefore, that is the rule of law. The Prime Minister is dictating that. Yes, Tun Mahathir, Anwar is a dictator, but not like your kind of dictator. You are the dictator. You dictate benda yang salah to further your own agenda. Anwar is dictating what is right. So he is a dictator, and you do not presuppose that Anwar is the hand behind cancelling your event. He doesn't have to. Kalau I jadi Anwar Ibrahim, I will not bother to even stop your event. I dah bagi warning that I will stop this madness. Dia dah kata dah. And if you try to fan the religious punya sentiments, you try to divide the nation, you try to api-apikan perkauman, there will be consequences. Jadi kalau aku jadi Anwar, I would like you to have that perhimpunan. And anything yang cakap, anything that is inflammatory, that is seditious, I will use whatever sedition law, I will use whatever defamatory laws, I will come after you. I rather you do that. Why should he cancel that? Let me tell you now why Saim Dabi cancel and Impiana cancel. Impiana, whatever the reason, I don't know. Saim Dabi, apparently they cancel at the 11th hour. Pukul 9 malam, they say tak jadi. So now you accuse Anwar Ibrahim. Anwar Ibrahim doesn't have to do anything. Nobody in the government has got to do anything. If I'm Saim Dabi, I do not want to host the event. You bawa event kat situ. Nombor satu, when you bawa Melayu-Melayu punya semua and you start fanning racial punya sentiments, benda tu akan be reported, benda tu akan dipantau oleh SB, and for no reason Saim Dabi will be under the limelight of the media. For no reason. That is not good media for Saim Dabi. Untuk apa? And Saim Dabi will be perceived as racist for Melayu. Why? Saim Dabi is not into that. Secondly, you masuk, you kata apa-apa kalau ada arrest, any apprehension, the name synonymous to that incident will be Saim Dabi. Just like kerajaan tebuk atap was Sheraton. Sheraton punya nama lah ni, Salt. Sheraton move. Sheraton move yang syaitan move. Orang relate to benda macam tu. For no reason, Sheraton gets a bad publicity. For no reason. Kalau siapa-siapa ada meeting kat Sheraton pun, orang dah sangsi dan syak. They don't need that back stigma. Saim Dabi doesn't need that back stigma, and they don't want to be housing that and having that event there. Untuk apa? It's okay for them to lose business. They just stay away from trouble. They don't want to go against the government pun. Kalau dalam tu masuk orang cerita and people start saying things that's wrong and start condemning the government, and they are hosting the event, how would Saim Dabi feel? So jadi kalau I am the owner of Saim Dabi, or I'm the boss of Saim Dabi, doesn't matter which government I support, which side I support, I don't want to have such events in my place. So therefore, I cancel it. So why do I need a Prime Minister or the Menteri to tell me to cancel? Tak payah. I don't need. I know what's better for me. I need to be strategic. Jadi, as far as Mahathir is concerned, he doesn't like what happens. Tough. Tapi he is perceiving Anwar from his own lenses. Kalau benda ni berlaku, dia sebagai Prime Minister, dia akan buat benda tu. He will do that. He will tell Saim Dabi to cancel. So whatever he's accusing Anwar of doing is exactly what he would do. Tapi bila Anwar tak buat, dia rasa pelik. How come? Takkan Anwar tak buat? So dia kata dia tak ada evidence. Dia sendiri kata tak ada evidence. Tapi dia kata impossible it will happen kalau Anwar tak campur tangan. Nampak? This is, therefore, it is a declaration. Declaration that whatever happened in the past during his rule of 22 years, anything of this sort happen, dia campur tangan. This is just, he is just inadvertently admitted to what he used to do. We all knew what Mahathir did last summer. Simple as that. Okay, so now sama macam Abah Muhyiddin. Bila dia kena, dia kata political persecution. Dia kata ini dendam. PN kata, PAS kata Anwar berdendam. Again, ada evidence ke? Tak ada. So they cannot comprehend macam mana Azam Baki yang dia appoint, macam mana Idrus Harun yang dia appoint agree for him to be charged. Dia tak boleh understand. Pelik. Okay, dia tak boleh understand macam mana when dia kerajaan, Tengku Maimun and the judicial punya bench, semua tu yang sama tu are the same people now that will judge him. Dia tak boleh accept. Jadi dia kena accuse, dia kena kata ini revenge Anwar. Anwar berdendam. Again, when people accuse that without evidence, they don't have facts to back it up. They are reflecting exactly what they are. They are perceiving from their own set of lenses. That's what they are. Jadi when you suspect, you make it public and you don't even know, you don't have evidence, you are telling the world what you are. So thank you Mahathir, thank you Muhyiddin. You guys showed how stinky your characters are. You just tunjuk macam mana and you think Anwar orang lain must be like you, must be like that. Then only it makes sense to you. You cannot understand or accept kalau all the agencies do the same thing, do their jobs and go after you. So Lani, you tak boleh understand, tak boleh accept. Why you punya event cancel? Why Samdi B cancel? Why don't you pick up the phone and tanya Sandabi why they cancel? Ada dia kata ke Anwar suruh ke? Anwar would not sink that low as you would lah Mahathir. So you nak accuse PM as dictatorship. Yes, he is a dictator. He dictates the rule of law. You can't handle that, tough. Okay, so that is the kind of dictator we want. We would have also accepted you as dictator if you dictate, you made dictatorship was for what is good. That is also what we want. Tapi you did not. You did all kinds of nonsense. Okay, so that's one, aku recap. Secondly, you nak kata orang interfere, you got no evidence. You just reveal what you are. You think people are like you. So tough. You don't like what's happening, too bad. Tapi I dah kata dah, kalau aku jadi Anwar, I prefer you have that event and you cakap tak kena gaya. There are sedition law, there are defamatory laws. Bila kena yang tu semua, jangan marah. Jangan kata, oh menyekat. Oh sekarang ni you want to I baca juga you kata, oh now any dissent is blocked, is stopped. You can say whatever dissent. I pun criticize this government pasal lantikan politik lah, apa-apa. I say also, I tak ada kena sekat apa pun. Tak ada siapa SB call me pun. I can give my opinion. I can criticize apa yang I tahu, apa yang betul. Tapi kalau you kata benda tak betul, you are accusing government of benda yang government tak buat, pemimpin tak buat. That is in the first place defamatory. Kalau you nak buat event and you want to fan racial punya sentiment to show that Malay punya interest is not taken care of because government is menumpukan lebih kepada non-Malays punya benda, you gempar-gempurkan, then seditious law comes into play. Those laws exist to make sure that you cannot fan religious sentiments that can lead to incidents like May 13. Okay, we are having a harmonious country. We don't need an old fox like you to stir up things and bagi orang marah and distract. So to distract from whatever that's forthcoming to you by MACC, you ingat orang tak reti ke apa you nak buat? So you at your old age, you tak sedap lagi, you still want to vilify this government, you still want to show this government tak peduli pasal orang Melayu when there's no evidence to suggest so. You still cannot even complete your narrative yang apa yang government ignore pasal Melayu punya plight yang dia address non-Malay punya plight saja. Sampai sekarang tak boleh. You cannot even explain apa dia ada pain point, apa benda yang government patut buat untuk Melayu yang government tak buat. You tak boleh sebut pun apa tu. Tapi you nak buat gathering and you want to gempar-gempurkan. So good luck lah, because I don't think Anwar akan bagi chance lah ni dah. So You try lah. Tak apalah cancel Sheraton ni. You marah, you kata dictatorship. Tapi I don't think you will give up. You will still do your event kan. Buat event tu. I look forward to the event happening. Even though it's bad for the country, you buat. Tapi do not say you will not warn. Kalau you buat benda tak ketahuan, you buat gila-gila, you langgar law, whether you're 90 years old or you're 100 years old, you will be arrested. You may end up wearing orange suit. And on wheelchair pun, you will still go to court. So, good luck. You think you want to challenge, you think that because you are former PM and you longer serving punya PM, you be treated special? No lah. Especially when you are warned. You've been warned. And if you still flout it and you endanger the fabric of kita punya society, you endanger racial punya hatred and discontent, there will be consequences. Sedition law will be applied on you. And if you are detained, janganlah nak kata dictator lagi dah. Okay, Anwar memang dictator of the rule of law. Anwar Ibrahim, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim respond to that old man, bagi tahu dia memang you dictator. You dictator the rule of law. You have dictated that we will fight corruption. Tak kisah ikan bilis ke ikan jerung. Without fear or favour. Tak kisah belah opposition or belah government. You tell him, I am a dictator. That is my rule. It is not negotiable. There is no compromise. Itu bahasa dictator. Be the kind of dictator. We support you all the way. I don't think I'm the only one who supports you. I think every discerning rakyat supports that kind of PM. And stay the course. Do not be swayed by this old fox. Assalamualaikum. Lamanya.